Words cannot describe what our industry's team members, our restaurants, hotels, travel partners, and our country have experienced in the past 7 days. Phrases like unprecedented and uncharted waters have been used so much that they've lost their meaning. I pray and I hope that instead this new phrase leads the conversation. Never have we been more united. This crisis is uniting folks in towns and cities, counties and states, and even in our nation's capital. This week, the PRLA team and I have experienced countless acts of kindness and gratitude at the time when employees are losing their jobs, businesses have shut down, and they're fighting to survive until they can reopen. The PRLA team has mobilized to help. We're focused on two key needs. One, providing up-to-date, accurate information and resources to restaurants, hotels, travel partners, and the general public. And two, relief and recovery efforts for employees and businesses. As to communications, we've established the COVID-19 web page with continually updated information and resources, the hospitality industry relief efforts page to help displaced employees, Carry Out PA to help the public find restaurants who are providing takeout or delivery, and many others. We've opened our communications platform as well as all member benefits to hundreds of non-member restaurants and hotels around the state and continue to add new folks to our services every hour. A big part of our work has been clarifying orders coming out of the governor's office to ensure that our restaurants and hotels can continue to be of service even if on a limited basis, and for the general public to know that we're there to serve. Our first priority in the relief effort is to get money to employees who may be furloughed or who have had reduced income. The best way to do this is our efforts to speed up the processing of unemployment claims. Additionally, volunteer efforts like those of the Greater Philadelphia Hotel Association to set up food distribution centers at city hotels for hospitality workers who are out of work are springing up across the state. The Fearless Restaurant Group is collecting money from guests and using it to buy grocery gift cards for servers who aren't working. Cook and Solo restaurants are selling gift cards to the public and donating 100% of the proceeds to employees who are off work. Hersha Hospitality, Spooky Nook Sports, and Hotel Indigo Harrisburg, to name just a few, have all volunteered to help house and feed people in need. Local PA distilleries are small batching free hand sanitizer, and larger distilleries are gearing up to produce in larger batches. Our industry is full of people whose lives have been devoted to serving others, and that's exactly what's happening even in this dire time. Secondly, we're working literally around the clock to help preserve cash flow for businesses through efforts like getting the Department of Revenue to waive penalties or defer payments of sales taxes. We're working with our partners in Washington to get Congress to backstop insurance carriers so that they will seriously consider waiving the virus out clause and pay out on business interruption insurance policies. We're working to free up small business administration loans and reducing red tape. Our terrific government affairs team made up of Melissa Bova and Mary Yoder is working with our state legislators, the governor's office, and our partners in Washington at the National Restaurant Association and the American Hotel and Lodging Association. Melissa is serving as the legislative point person for the hospitality industry in Pennsylvania. The PRLA team has been redeployed full-time on COVID-19. Ben Felicia is dealing directly with restaurants, hotels, and officials in the city of Philadelphia. Steph Otterson is the Chief of Media Relations and Communications for the industry, who along with Kendra Hepler and our friends at Food Shelter PR are getting accurate information out to restaurants, hotels, and travel partners. Most importantly, via social media, print, radio, and television, we're ensuring that the general public knows what's happening with our industry and that elected officials realize the gravity of this situation. Kendra is also spearheading the Carry Out PA program so that folks can find restaurants with carry-out food. Christine Pruce is focused on getting information to all restaurants and hotels across the state, regardless of whether they're members of PRLA. And Gisela Kibler is reaching out to members who are not opening their emails to ensure that they're getting the information they need. Eric Adams is serving as the point person for government agencies like the Department of Emergency Management. Heidi Howard is working on relief efforts for distressed employees and connecting hotels and restaurants with the emergency management feeding and sheltering task forces. One of her initiatives includes connecting laid-off restaurant employees with grocers who are hiring. Hope Sterner is producing and orchestrating critical webinars to get complex information to the industry, and Vicki Zeppa is supporting all of us so that we don't miss a beat. Of course, each and every member of the team is available all the time by email or cell phone, and we are fielding hundreds of calls and messages. Sometimes, people who are hurting just need a voice on the other end of the line. That's what we're here for. Look, on a personal level, I've operated hotels and restaurants most of the 50 years I've been in the business, and I've never seen anything like this before. Nothing even close. Amazingly, in the midst of this crisis of epic proportions for our industry, I've lost count of the number of hopeful and grateful messages we've received in the last 2 days. I know I speak for every member of the PRLA team when I say we are honored to be there for you throughout this calamity. Each member of the PRLA team is working valiantly in every effort to help, but I feel like we can never do enough. As I personally struggle through a range of emotions with my heartbreaking for our members, their employees, and our industry, I turn back to the fact that never have we been more united. Thank you and stay well.